Hey YouTubers, good morning. This is Rob Moffett. Guys, today I'm going to show you how I made a motor mount for my Intex K1 inflatable kayak. I'm not going to show you how it worked out because I haven't used it yet. I just finished making it. I'll probably go put it in the water this weekend and do some trial runs, see how fast I can go with my little time trolling motor. And I'll show you how I made it today, and you can come back and watch how it worked out next week. And I've got a little playlist of boating stuff and small boats and kayaks you might want to be interested in if you like this sort of stuff. So I purchased a Intex K1 because it's one of the smallest inflatables out there, has very good reviews, and at the time it was only $60, couldn't beat it. And what made me think about putting a motor on it was I just realized recently they make very small sealed lead acid deep cycle trolling batteries. Before I always had these giant, humongous 60-pound monsters, and this little battery, I think it weighs about 16, 17 pounds. So when I got the kayak, I saw the battery would fit inside, and it was perfect. So I went ahead and decided to make the mount with the little motor I have. I'm using a very old Shakespeare 12-pound thrust motor that's only about 6 or 7 pounds in weight. You can buy them used on eBay for about $20. They're pretty cool motors. Now, the kayak, I wasn't sure if I should put the motor on the back on the stern, which looks really cool, but it's kind of hard to get at the controls. But it is the most efficient method of mounting the motor because you don't waste any energy. It's straight line with the keel. But if you put off on the side, you got to kind of tilt the motor, and you lose some of your energy. And it just doesn't look as good. But I wanted to be able to access the controls, so I just made a real simple mount that will allow me to mount the motor on the side. I took a piece of wood. I didn't have any scrap wood. I bought a piece for $1.46 at the Home Depot. It was 1x6 cheap pine, and I cut it on my Rockwell Bladerunner. I like that little Rockwell. And then after I cut out the little piece in the middle to go over the hump of the inflatable, I rounded the edges a bit, and then I cut some slots on the bottom to use to put my make my feet for the motor mount. And the feet I just made out of scrap 1x2, and I used some stainless screws. Anytime you're going to be messing around with salt water or even fresh water, if you're going to have screws and bolts and nuts, you want to use stainless whenever you can. It's not worth the price of messing with the other stuff. You're going to get rust out pretty soon. Then I made some little brackets out of a piece of scrap wood and some wood glue and screwed them up and put some pads on for with the foam pool noodles, made little feet, and placed it onto the kayak. When I see it works out good, I'm going to put some primer on it, some bullseye primer, and paint it. Probably paint it some Marty Zoffinger orange. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then it's a little bit, because all the weight's on one side with the motor, it pulls up on the other side. But because there's only one attachment point on both sides of the kayak to attach the motor mount to it. But I'm gonna add some rod holders and a net holder for the other side, so it should balance out the weight pretty good, and it won't lift up any. I think it's going to work out pretty good, guys. It should give me, I think, about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of trolling speed. And then if I go upwind, I can just use the wind or current to take me back to where I came from. So I should get in maybe 3 hours off this little battery. And between you and me, I don't like to sit in something small for longer than a couple hours anyway. So it should be fine. And I can put everything in my front seat of my car, so you can't beat that. Hope you like this little video, guys. And like I said, I put stuff on new every week. I'll have the trial of the kayak with the motor next week, and do a speed run with my GPS, and see maybe later on how long I can get on the motor. And like I said, I have a playlist with other boat stuff you might like, and I put stuff on new every week. Hope you like this. Helps out, guys. And y'all come back and watch more.